Welcome back to another episode with your favorite boys. How's it going, man?
It's going pretty good, man.
Yeah.
How about yourself?
Dude, your boy had a fun weekend. I'm not going to lie.
That's good because the Raiders won. Notre Dame won.
Dude.
Smashed USC.
So Notre Dame, not a surprise there, right? We knew they were going to win. The Raiders winning 2 in a row? That's kind of surprising.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, are they 2 in a row or 3 in a row? They got to be 2 in a row.
I think they're 2 in a row.
I'll still take it. Leading the AFC West.
Love seeing Kansas City struggle. Not going to lie. I love Patrick Mahomes, but you on the Chiefs.
I don't feel that bad about it because you've been on top for how many years?
A few.
So, it's okay. You're going to have some bad ones.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday night, went to a Halloween party.
Oh, what'd you go as?
Nathan Drake from Uncharted.
Oh.
Dude, by the way, that movie's coming out soon.
I know. I seen the trailer.
You know who's in it?
Mark Wahlberg and
Marky
Spider-Man.
Mark and Tom Holland.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Yeah, Tom Holland.
Spider-Man.
He's got a name.
Okay, name another movie besides Uncharted and Spider-Man.
He was in
Spider-Man.
No, he was in a movie. Okay, remember that movie where there was that flood and it took
Hard Rain?
No, this was a real thing. It was a tsunami. It was a tsunami and it came inland on this tropical island. I forget what it was, like Tahiti or something like that. And he was in that movie.
Oh,
and he was young, dude, like this young kid, and he was really good.
Still a young kid.
Well, he's a grown man now.
I do want to talk to you about something, and I'm noticing a huge trend.
Okay. Not sure how I like this.
A lot of football games, a lot of college games,
Okay.
NFL. I'm noticing a lot of fights at stadiums.
Oh, you're talking about from the fans or the players
Fans,
or both?
Fans.
Okay.
Not really much the players because, it's an aggressive sport. But
I don't know. I've seen some of that pop up too lately, though.
What, the players?
Yeah, for the Eagles, they were getting outplayed. # Go Raiders.
Take that, Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, he's the one that gets a pass as far as Eagle fans
Still,
go.
take that.
But there was some players they were just taking off their helmets, which is good for us because that's more yards you lose.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But I'm talking about the fights in the crowds.
Was there something that happened lately?
Dude, Ole Miss, LSU.
Okay.
They had Kansas City last weekend. There's just been a bunch.
But that's the NFL,
No, I'm also talking about college.
Well, that's football. Passions, right? Especially if it's a rivalry game.
But I'm noticing it more.
Okay.
And do you think, because this is the actual first year where more fans are in, do you think that has anything to do with it? Or do you think it's just...
I think people are caught up in the feelings.
A couple boys just had a little too much,
of the sauce. I think 100% that. Mm-hmm. But another thing is when I go to a football game, I am always aware of my surroundings.
But we're chill.
But we're aware.
We high five everybody.
Because we know that anything could pop off, right? So we might be waiting in line for the beer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And we hear Raiders expected. Okay, cool, nothing. Fuck you. I swore. Oh, well. F you, go
minutes?
Broncos. Not even 5 minutes.
You couldn't even do it.
I have a dirty mouth.
Yes, you do.
For a dirty little boy.
Got a bar soap I'm going to clean it with.
Anything else?
But what I'm saying is...
No, but what I was going to say is but you hear that, right? And it can go ooh, okay, that's not a red... It's not... Shit, stuff's going down, but it's a red flag. Get your ears up, and then you can kind of hear it going back and forth. Now my head's on a swivel.
But this is the other thing I want to add in. Nice catch on the S-bomb.
Thank you.
The baseball.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're going to have it with Houston fans and whoever they're playing with, Boston fans. Boston. Come on.
Boston, man.
Say more or say less?
Say less.
Okay. Yeah, don't even have to go. We already know about the Yankees. We get it, 27. But what I'm saying is there's just a lot of aggression going on.
But I wonder if it's I wonder if people are just wound up so tight just about life in general.
I think it's
some of that.
Yeah, okay, for example.
Okay.
Maybe they're not working, even though we should be thriving. Well, at least in a lot hiring in California. But maybe there's just a lot of aggression, and frustration.
I think there's that, but I think it's just people are just so wound up from mask mandates, or like you have to like get tested to do everything if you're not vaccinated. I think there's a lot of that, and then like they're little wind-ups, right? Yeah, like those toys where you wind them up. It's just like half a turn.
But what I'm and this is kind of something similar to it, but it's kind of not really. So I know last week we talked about the NBA players that are not vaccinated, that they can't play in their cities, such as San Francisco, New York, yada yada.
Yep.
Well, yesterday I believe at the New York Brooklyn Nets. Sorry,
okay.
Brooklyn Nets game. I almost said New York Nets. Brooklyn Nets.
Same thing, right?
They had protests out there to say because Kyrie Irving didn't want to get vaccinated for personal reasons, right?
Okay.
So he can't play in Brooklyn.
Okay.
New York.
Yeah.
So there was protests outside that saying, "Let Kyrie play."
Yeah.
Let Kyrie play. And in the news article, it said something like, don't quote me on it, but it said like almost like a big mob was going out. The way they worded it.
Oh, they're going to make it look bad.
Yes.
Okay, so a couple things about Kyrie Irving. I'm not well versed on it, and I am aware that that's going on. But there's this. I was talking to a coworker of mine, right? And he's a very cool laid-back guy. And I was like, oh, man, did you hear about Kyrie Irving? And he goes, man, F that guy. And I was like, whoa.
Is he a Warriors fan?
No, but I was like, where's this coming from, man? And he goes like, dude, he says he's doing it for the black community.
Is he?
I think, I don't know. We'd have to look that up. But when I said like, well, I mean, that is a thing, like they were hurt in the past because of that, like the Tuskegee experiments and stuff like that. And mind you, my coworker's black. So he's like, you can't just claim the black card and like he'll let it fly. No, he's like, no, he didn't go to college. He dropped out to go to the NBA.
A lot of players.
He's trying to say like, oh, I'm trying to make a good example for the black community. And he goes like, if you want to make a good example for the black community, you should have finished college and know what you're talking about because you're still a flat earther.
A, he is a flat earther.
He is a flat earther.
B, a lot of NBA players drop out.
A lot of them do that, right?
And a lot of them, or small percentage, don't even go to college.
But like I was like, I can see why a lot of fans aren't like ride or dying on him right now because like you do weird stuff.
And no one gives back more to a community than Kyrie Irving. Facts.
That's a good point, right?
Facts.
So I think there's like you said, there's a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of spin. I think that's the more important word. They spin it differently. And so I think that's the thing. I did see this other video kind of to take away from Kyrie Irving. Whatever his business is, whatever his decision is.
It's his decision.
Dude, do you.
Yeah.
Whatever, if you want to use the excuse of for the community, okay, fine. I don't care. But I'm not gonna bash a guy for it. But I did see this one video of like, it was like this Italian, there's like this, we'll call it a square, right? An open square. And they had a live camera feed. And they're looking at it, it's empty, right? And then they remove the cell phone and they hold the camera up. And that same square is full of protesters against the vaccine mandates. And this is in like Italy or something like that. But like they're
I didn't
lying.
know where you were going with it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like they're lying because like you're saying there's no one here, but this thing is packed, and it's all about spin right now.
Well, I mean, we all know no matter what news source you follow, MSNBC, Fox, CNN, they all have an agenda. They're all going to push their agenda.
Facts.
I mean,
that's fine.
Preaching to the crowd.
You're preaching to your base.
Yeah.
Because like you're either in the business of fear porn, such as CNN or MSNBC. It's either the COVID boogeyman.
Remember all the hype about the killer hornets or
killer hornets, which did not see one.
Yeah, pretty big.
There's also the Trump boogeyman and January 6th boogeyman.
Oh yeah.
But okay, they're full of crap on that. But then there's the other, which is anger porn, which is like that's Fox News' thing right there. They're like you should be mad about this. And so they're getting everyone mad about it.
Like Tucker Carlson, all those guys.
Yeah, they all do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why like I just don't trust it.
I know you kind of. I mean, you want to do your own research, but let's be honest, we're all a little lazy sometimes.
Who's got the time?
So if you can take bits and pieces of any news story, there's some truth in it, but don't take it, for what it's worth.
You're better off at least listening to both sides. That's what I do.
Yeah, but no one wants to hear that.
I think more people are than not.
Yeah, I agree.
Like for example, I talked to a cousin of ours, and they were saying, no, granted, she's blue, right? And I was like, well, what about, she's naming off facts or sources. I'm like, okay, well, what about this and this? Well, I didn't hear about that. I told her that's because you're so closed off that you're taking everything at face value. And I was like, why? Since when have you trusted the government? And she goes, I was like, did you trust it when Trump was in office? No. Then why are you trusting it now? Like, I never trusted it. But I think it's just people are just so one-sided on everything. Now, what's kind of cool about the Halloween party this weekend, dude, first of all, my boy who hosted it, fantastic party. Dude, it was perfect. He had a nice pool table set up, all the drinks that you could want, Jello shots. His wife is an amazing hostess. I swear, okay, so he's supposed to be Frankenstein. But without the Frankenstein mask, he looked like Bobby Boucher.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, dude, I just want to see you just power drive somebody now. But what was cool about that whole night, no one brought up anything political.
Oh, that's good.
Dude, that was so refreshing. Everyone was just having a good time. Some dude brought like their teenage kids, which I was like, oh, this is going to be weird. But like, the dad asked, oh, is it okay if my kids come? And the guy that was hosting was like, if they're okay seeing alcohol and stuff, they're not going to be allowed to drink.
Teenagers, come on.
Yeah, they're going to be cool with this, whatever. Shoot, we grew up on that.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But no, it was refreshing not to have that for once. Because it always pops up somewhere,
What, alcohol?
No. Well, if you have
I don't
a
know
problem.
what you're talking about.
No, but like
politics.
that pops up. Whereas like,
I don't think I had a costume party.
With alcohol? Dude, we went to a golf tournament, and one of the dudes was, he took so many edibles.
Yeah.
But he stood frozen. We clocked him for 5 minutes, and it's because they were talking about COVID mandates, vaccine mandates. And I guess he was talking, but he was frozen for 5 minutes in a golf tournament. Like, dude, come on. We're just here to have fun, drink, and make fun of each other.
Yeah.
So it'll pop up anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, here's what I take from everything going on.
Okay.
There's a good and a bad. The good, people are actually interested in politics. Decisions.
Well,
bad is that they stay to one source and take it for gold.
Well, they take it at the value, right? But I think I've heard this on other podcasts. I'm gonna shout out, where I heard it from recently, Brian Callen from the Fighter and the Kid. Should be on the Knock Around Boys.
You can say it. Brian Callen on the Knock Around Boys.
Yeah, right. But he said either if you don't get into politics will get into you. And that's a good point because
is that a rape joke? Sounds like a rape bit.
No, but we're all feeling it, huh?
Yeah.
But he was saying that, he was like, let's say something like, let's say you're a woman and you don't care about politics at all. Okay, well, if you don't vote or say anything, then you get a situation like Texas. And it's like, well, now there's no abortion. And like, I
think
wish
they changed that.
They did, but at the same time, you had to get into it to change it.
Yes.
You have to make it
You
change.
have to get involved.
So I think like that's a good lesson is like eventually something you care about will come up.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, I agree 100%. I would say I like your shirt.
Right? The floral pattern?
Yep.
I did have some nice compliments. 2 were from
guys.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll take those compliments.
Yeah.
I am not.
You can say it.
Yeah, dude. I was like, dude, big dude.
Yeah.
He goes like, I like your shirt. I'm like, thank you, Daddy.
Yeah. As you should say that with that shirt on.
Right?
Yeah.
But dude, okay, so I did finish Squid Game.
And
I could it's predictable for me on some things.
yes.
So I mean, are we gonna do spoilers on here or no?
Fuck it, yeah.
All right, we're gonna do 3, 2, 1.
No, just go.
Suck it. All right, it's been out for a few weeks.
Yeah. If you haven't binged it, you're the problem.
Dude, thank you. So the old man
Yeah.
saw that coming
Yeah, same.
because you didn't see him go.
And a few things with that. I did notice when he was doing the tug of war, when they panned the camera showing all of them holding on, he didn't have the lock on the cuffs.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I was like, wait a second. And then when he was in the red light, green light, the first episode,
he was the first to go.
and smiling.
Yeah. No fear.
Hello.
No fear.
Hello.
Now you know who went out like a badass was that crazy lady, the one who was banging the gang leader.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, when she took him out, I was like, that is so
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
Like, good for you.
Mm-hmm. The ending was very drawn out. Of course, they're making a season 2.
Of course, we knew they were going to do that.
But you know what? What drove me not nuts, but I was like, I guess if it was in Korea, I'd understand. When he got his haircut, and then it was like that bright ass color, and I was like, what?
See, for me, I was like, hell yeah, dude. No one saw that coming.
It's still a shitty dad.
Well,
You could say it.
no, I think so. He was depressed. He had PTSD, first of all.
Yeah.
And you and I would both be lying if we said we didn't have the same experience.
Yeah, we'd get PTSD from that.
So like, I think he had that guilt, and
But his conscience is clear.
I mean, it'd probably take a while for you to own it, but then he did own it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was on his way to go see his daughter.
Yeah, but see, I wanted to try that honeycomb thing. Remember with the sugar?
Yeah.
And you just do the shape?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
You want to do that one time?
Yeah.
It's got to be on the hard one though. It can't be just triangles and circles.
No, we could do like a
Star, yeah.
Or we can make our own shape.
Yeah.
We could do the Knock Around Boy logo. Except for without all the letters, like maybe...
No, you just do the outside.
Yeah, we could do the outside and the fist.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
That'd be cool.
Can your wife help us? Because we're pretty dumb.
Yes.
Okay.
Agreed.
That was actually... The games were kind of clever, right?
So you had red light, green light.
Then you had the honeycomb.
Then you had tug of war.
And then after that...
The bridge.
The bridge. And then it was Squid Game.
I thought there were 6 games. There are 6 games. Oh, the marble one.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So you had red light, green light.
Yep.
Sugar, honeycomb.
Yep. Tug of war.
Tug of war. The marble. Or no.
Yeah, it was marble.
Marble.
And then the bridge. And then the 6th game was.
Yep.
Not to mention how they tried to curve contestants off by like encouraging violence against each other.
Oh, I told you. Isn't that
Dude.
nuts inside the barracks?
Yeah, I was like, ooh, this is getting bloody.
Yeah.
But dude, overall, I
It's
was
like Lord of Flies.
Now, did you watch it dubbed or subbed?
Both.
Which did you like better?
You talking about like the
With the subtitles
the
only,
voiceover?
or with a voiceover?
I mean, after a while, you get used to the voiceover,
Yeah,
but you can tell like certain words didn't make sense with their expression.
exactly, dude. With the subtitles, you get so much better acting.
But I tell you right now, I'm glad they had the voiceover and the subtitles because that old guy did not move his lips.
No, he didn't.
No. He was like talking like this, and you couldn't really tell.
Yeah, well, especially with his faces constantly.
Well, his teeth were like closed too. They were like talking like this.
I think we can make this happen.
I had to enter.
No, it wasn't closed like this. It was like little Owen. Yeah. But with the Korean, it sounds better.
Yeah.
We gotta stop talking like that.
He's like what's that called? A ventriloquist doll.
A little bit, but like with a terrible ventriloquist.
Mm-hmm.
Ventriloquist?
There you go.
There we go. Sound it out. But okay, so oh man, there was another thing I was gonna bring up about that. So we're talking about the good acting.
Of
Everybody.
Oh, Squid Game?
Squid Game. But okay, so did you recognize the dude who was behind the black mask?
No.
Okay.
Oh wait, was that
He was in like from G.I. Joe.
was that him?
Yeah, he played the white ninja.
That's him?
Yeah.
Age catches up to
He
everybody.
still looks good.
Yeah.
And then he was in like Red 2.
Yeah.
And you remember Magnificent Seven, the remake?
Mm-hmm.
He was in that.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Pretty
good actor.
And then I'm trying to think of what else.
But here's the other thing is like what I thought is cool is like when the main guys, the VIPs they called them, when they came in and they're like, oh, we know Korea's the best one.
Oh, so there's like a bunch of them.
Bunch of them.
Would you ever do it?
Fuck no.
No, there's no incentive.
No.
But they go after desperate people though. That's what was clever, right? But you know what movie I watched recently that was actually pretty good? It's on Hulu, so you guys can watch it. It's called Love and Monsters.
I haven't seen it.
Dude, it's like so pretty much everything that's cold-blooded, like insects, fish, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. They get this toxin, and it makes them blow up in size.
Oh. And
they mess everybody up. It is fantastic.
Love and Monsters?
Love and Monsters. And it's about
Love
this
and
guy.
Monsters.
Yeah, it's about this guy. You'll get this from the trailer, but it's about this guy. Everyone's in their like little colonies, right? Mm-hmm. And his girlfriend from when it all happened, she's another one, and he finally gets the courage to go out from his colony to go to her. And you have
get wrecked.
Don't spoil it. No. He doesn't get wrecked. But like it's believable because he's not this, badass dude right off the bat. But you also have some good actors throughout it. They're like, oh crap, he's in this. Not bad. Mm-hmm. And the graphics, like,
pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was a high budgeted movie, but the monsters look pretty dope.
That's dope.
Now, would I want to live in that world?
No,
not at all, dude.
No.
The whole time I was like freaking out. I was like, oh man, like what if like you ran into like a what they call like a praying mantis that was like the size of like a 5-story building.
You're dead.
You're getting out of Dodge.
Yeah, you're dead.
So I definitely recommend that one, dude. I think you would like it.
I would definitely Love and Monsters. I will check it out.
Check it out
for sure.
And then
yeah, it's a pretty good game. It's we're recording this on a Monday.
That's right. A little change of pace, right?
Yeah. We're currently having the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints.
Dude, the Saints are, I think, the underdog team. I think they might have a chance to go to the playoffs.
I don't know. Russell Wilson's hurt. You're about to say so, weren't you?
I said Seattle, didn't I?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I meant to say the Saints.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh.
Your boy's kind of dumb.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're working on it, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
With that young quarterback, Winston, I like to see what he does. He's 3-2. It's a winning record so far.
Jameis Winston?
Yeah.
He young.
How many seasons is he in? This is his first as starting quarterback.
No. How dare you?
Do I have some stupid on my face?
Yeah.
Is it right? Everywhere?
He was the starting quarterback for the Tampa Bay Bucks for the longest time.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Okay, let's see. How many seasons? We got to look it up on our phone.
Starting quarterback, not in the NFL.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see. All right, so I'm looking it up right now.
Okay.
How long has Jameis Winston
been a starting quarterback?
Let's see. Career stats. So he was in Tampa for, let's see, 2015. So 1, 2, 3, 4 years in Tampa. Was New Orleans Saints as a backup behind Drew Brees. And so this is his first start with New Orleans. So 7 years.
But was he a starting quarterback in Tampa?
Yes.
Okay. Well, shows how much we watched Tampa back when they were nothing.
Shows how much you watch football.
Don't care about your opinion, sir.
That's the facts, though, bro.
No.
That's the fact. Well, how? You just said first time starting.
Go on.
Jameis Winston. Put some respect on that man's name. All right?
He's earned his respect now.
He was good in Tampa a little bit.
Little bit.
You didn't even know he was a starter, so don't even get me going.
Yeah, Tampa wasn't even on the radar, and I'm a Raiders fan, and That's king of the crap teams right there.
Is
and he wasn't even among the
king
subjects.
of the crap teams is Detroit Lions.
Facts.
They're 0-7 now.
It was the Jacksonville Jaguars too.
They got one though. Not the worst. Not the worst now.
Yeah, well.
Detroit's playing for draft picks.
Every season?
Every season.
Yeah, well, then they still suck.
Hey, sooner or later, they're going to have 11 offensive guys, number 1 draft picks, and they're going to have 11 defensive guys, draft picks.
That doesn't make sense because you're not going to keep everyone for 11 years.
I know, but eventually they'll get there.
Yeah, maybe.
The path they're going?
Yeah.
I mean, they've been bad for years.
Decades.
What's
the last... The only good thing that came out of Detroit was what, the Tigers?
Okay, last winning season of the Detroit Lions. Let's look that up.
Ooh, let's take a bet first, or guess. What's your guess?
I'll say 20... I'll say 2004.
I think 2014.
It's like one of the top things.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
2014.
You're close.
What was it?
2015.
Okay. You know why? Because they had a strong season that year.
Mm-hmm.
But then they just fell apart.
They just cannot...
Like a house of cards.
Sort it out.
Yeah.
They'll get there, though. They'll get there.
I hope they don't. There's only one team I care about, Danny.
Well, you know what? You also got to keep an eye on the competition. You know who looks good besides the Raiders?
Who?
I would
See if I agree
say
with you.
Packers are starting to. Niners are off. Denver's
off. Did they lose last night?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Lost in the rain to the Colts.
And
who's
Carson Wentz?
Whoa.
No. What?
I was going to say, and who's the starting quarterback?
No, it's Carson Wentz, but like he didn't have a great game.
No.
So like that's saying a lot.
But it's also kind of hurting both teams that rain last night.
I don't know, the passes that he threw the interception on.
Jimmy Garoppolo had 2 interceptions, 1 fumble.
Like I said, the point I was saying with Carson Wentz, they still won, even though he didn't personally have a great game.
And I would be sad to say, if I didn't mention this team, Arizona looks really good.
Arizona's on fire.
Undefeated.
But they were supposed to be fire last year.
Undefeated.
Dallas is looking good too.
They are.
Yeah.
I hope Dak stays healthy.
Oh, dude. I mean, he's not taking any chances with his ankle the way it is.
I don't blame.
Did you see the card for the UFC coming up next weekend? Dude, it's actually not too bad.
Who's on it?
Take a little peekaboo. All right, so for the main event, you have Jan Blachowicz versus Glover Teixeira.
Okay.
And I think that's a title fight.
Is it?
Yeah. I kind of want to go for
Teixeira,
yeah.
What's his record?
31-7, and then Jan is 28-8.
Who's the reigning champ right now? Teixeira?
Jan.
Oh, Jan is.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be tough. And then you have Peter Yan versus Corey Sandhagen.
Ooh, I like Sandhagen.
I'm going with Sandhagen too.
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of the cards, okay. But those are the ones that I was excited about.
I like Sandhagen. Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Are we going to place a bet on any of these?
Do you want to?
Yes.
Okay, who you want?
All right, so since I lost, I get to pick first, huh? All right, let me pick. I'll take the first. I get to pick first on the first fight, and you get. Do you want to do 2 and 2 or just one fight?
Let's do one fight. Easier to remember.
I mean, I feel like we got to go for the championship then.
Let's go for the title then.
All right, well, I'm going with Teixeira.
I'll go with Jan.
Okay. Normal bet, 500?
Easy.
Come on.
Been a rough weekend. Or rough week. Pay period. Rough pay period.
Bubba, as a male stripper, you're doing very well.
No, sir.
Yes.
I pay. I throw dollars off myself.
Come on.
No. Come on. Let's do...
The normal bet. The normal bet, 500.
Let's do 200.
200?
There you go.
I don't get out of bed for anything less than 4.
200.
4.
There we go.
4.
Nope. Already shook 200.
Ain't let go yet.
Already shook 200. 200.
Make it 5.
Make it 200.
Come on, we'll put your son through college.
Yeah. Geez, gonna need a lot of these bets to hit then.
Just waiting for this to take off.
What else is going on? How's work?
It's work. You know what I want? I want this to be my full-time job.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
So you're calling out the fans, supporters, saying do better?
No, you know what? If I wouldn't call them out because you know what? They've been with us through thick and thin, and the numbers reflect that.
Mm-hmm. We are getting some pretty good numbers.
We are. I would just, it's on us at the end of the day. It's always on us. We want to get more out there. We got to change it up.
Yeah.
So our fans, appreciate you guys for hanging out with us all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Every episode, they reflect it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not mad at it.
They show up.
And I actually got some feedback from one of them saying like, dude, I started listening to you because my wife listens to you. And I was like, oh, a knock around girl made a knock around boy?
It's love.
Thank you. You know what? That's a strong marriage right there.
Some would say we're Cupid in that instant.
Never been called that before,
we're
but
Cupids.
You know what? A couple of Cupids over here.
Yeah, little wings and our butt cheeks hanging out.
Ain't no diaper needed.
No diaper needed. Lasering them with them hard arrows.
Well, you know, we do what we can, but it's cool that like people, I take it as a compliment when people like talk about us and like, oh, you gotta listen to this podcast.
I thought it was funny, or not funny, but I got read like a couple emails that said they lost their shit when I said whip the white. I
was curious to see how that went over.
You bash a white person, you're golden nowadays.
You are pretty safe.
Yeah.
But, you know, got better safe than sorry. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I was like, ooh, well, you know what? It's out there and I'm not deleting it. So
Exactly. We'll see what happens at the roll of the dice.
Yeah. Well, if we get canceled, we'll know that and then we'll start another show.
We'll get canceled from some previous stuff and then they'll say, oh, whip the white? Oh, they're back in.
We're about to cancel you. And then you go and say something like that.
And totally redeem
yourself.
Yeah. Gotta have fun, dude.
Got it, dude. I'm just playing with the mic. Sorry.
Get it together.
No. But what I was going to say was another thing that popped up over the weekend. We had a lot of crap in storage. Because that's another thing we worked on this weekend, right?
I had a few things.
You had a few things?
You had a lot of things.
But we also found some treasures that we forgot about.
Yeah.
And I found some stuff that I was like, Jesus Christ, I forgot about that.
Yeah. It's like digging up the past.
Oh, dude,
it's like a time capsule.
But you find some stuff like, like you found baseball cards.
Yeah. I'm going to see what they're worth.
Yeah, dude, you don't know, right?
So to the listeners and people watching, we cleaned out our storage unit that we had.
Yep.
And so a lot of shit that I completely forgot about.
Yeah, you have terrible memory.
Oh,
well documented.
Well documented. Selective, some would say.
I would definitely be that. I would say so.
But it good. It was like that. It was like that show Storage Wars.
Dude,
except without the bidding on it.
You know what it felt like? You remember after Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, at the end where like they're putting the ark away and you see all this stuff. That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
You're just thinking is like, oh man, I'm just gonna get rid. I found my passport.
Yeah, that still baffles me. How did you have your passport in storage?
So when I broke up with my ex, I just put everything in boxes and put it in there. And the box that I wasn't gonna open it up. I was like, oh, if it's in here, I don't need it. And I open it and I see like shirts. I'm like, yeah, definitely don't need it.
Yeah.
And then like, let me open it, dig a little deeper. I was like, oh, and there's my red travel bag from when we went to Egypt. I was like,
yeah.
Could it? I open it right there.
I don't know how. Well, I guess the show's. Wait, when did you guys break?
2019, so 2 years.
So yeah, you didn't really travel, and then of course the whole pandemic happened. So yeah, no need.
Well, even when I did travel, like I flew around the last couple of years. Hashtag super spreader. And
yes,
I still had like the passport card because I don't have the real ID yet.
I don't either,
dude.
Because you got to bring your birth certificate. You got a bill.
And then you got to go to the DMV. I think you also have to bring your social.
Nothing's worse than the DMV. Nothing.
I think being tortured in a South Korean prison or North Korean prison would be better than going to the DMV.
Yeah, I agree. It's pretty rough.
Even
when you make an appointment, it goes by, but then you're still like, fuck this place.
You got to take a whole day off work.
Yeah.
And
you might as well take the next day off because you might still be there.
Yeah, we're going to need you to come back. No, you don't.
Nuts.
Yeah.
I can see why they made kiosks. Even those fuckers don't work half the time.
I've been pretty lucky with those.
Oh, dude.
With my registration, been pretty lucky. But so found some treasures, got rid of a lot of stuff. So that's a win. And then
you get a lot of knick-knack things.
I have a lot of knick-knack things.
Trinkets and...
Well, when you're a world traveler like we are...
Borderline hoarder. Would you say that?
Borderline hoarder.
Borderline.
I mean, I throw out stuff, so I wouldn't say I'm hoarding.
Borderline.
Sentimental?
That's what a hoarder says.
No, because hoarders like...
I watch Buried Alive.
No, but aren't hoarders like, oh, I might need this. I might need this.
Nope, everything has sentimental value.
I think you're lying.
I watched
Pull it up.
Pull what up?
Definition of a hoarder.
Okay, it's going to say someone that holds shit.
I want to see it.
Okay, definition.
I'm not saying I don't trust you, but you're known to be full of it.
Definition.
Oh, these spelling skills.
A.
Hit the typing thing. Make the typing sound.
I don't have it no more.
You're a liar.
I don't.
You're a liar. I don't trust you.
A person who hoards things. I told you it's going to be very broad.
All right, definition of hoarding.
Symptoms and causes. What is the root cause of hoarding? Hoarding is a severe psychological disorder where a person gathers an excessive number of items and stores them. The reasons some become a hoarder include altered brain connections, genetics, stress, OCD, environmental factors, altered levels of serotonin.
I don't think I have any of that.
Altered brain connections? Maybe.
Stress. You don't even know what that means.
Stress. I know it's not good.
Yeah, well, yeah.
How does hoarding begin? Some people develop hoarding disorder after experiencing a stressful life event that they had difficulty coping with, such as death of a loved one, divorce, eviction, or losing possessions in a fire.
None of that.
Is hoarding a form of mental... I cannot talk today.
Never could.
Is hoarding a form of mental illness? Oh, we're going to get to the root cause.
Yeah.
Hoarding disorder is a mental health disorder in which people save large number of items, whether they have worth or not. Typical hoarding items include newspaper, magazines, paper products, household goods, and clothing. Yes.
Yeah, but I worked for a retail company for years.
Not no more, Bubba. Sometimes people with hoarding disorder collect a large number of animals. You ain't got a large number of animals.
No. I'm not bad. I'm not that bad.
What is a level 1 hoarder? Ooh, we're getting into it. Level 1.
Okay.
The least severe level of hoarding.
Okay.
There are a few indicators at this level, and it may be difficult to tell because the condition might be hidden by the lack of actual clutter.
Okay.
The individual has difficulty throwing items away and shops unreasonably for things they do not need.
I don't shop.
But you don't hoarder. Or you...
I don't hoarder. Thank you.
You do hoarder.
No, you just said it.
You don't get
from
rid.
Your lips to my ears.
You don't get rid. You know what I meant.
No,
I'm attacking you. This is not...
I got rid of a bunch of stuff before I moved out from my ex.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, I have a bunch of stuff. But you know what I do before every time I move? I just throw stuff out.
Do you?
I threw out...
There's been a few times where I move stuff and...
Wait.
A lot of boxes.
Yeah, it's boxed up. There's like dishes. Mm-hmm. Some trinkets from my world travels. A lot of electronics. Mm-hmm. Systems. A lot of movies.
Yeah, who buys DVDs anymore?
I didn't say they're recently bought.
Mm-hmm.
But like I still
got
got
a lot of DVDs.
Well, yeah.
What can't you watch on Netflix? When's the last time you watched a DVD?
Oh, this was on Jeopardy last night. Okay, it was The Rock.
How long ago did you buy that DVD?
Oh, years ago.
You have a lot of DVDs.
I
What is
do.
it? So that was the last DVD you watched?
No, it was Kelly's Heroes. We watched that with Pops.
Dude, it's on Amazon Prime. It's on Hulu. It's on Netflix.
It is Kelly's Hero is not. Google it. Google Kelly's Heroes
Oh my gosh.
right now. It is not.
Okay.
Gotta hope it's not.
What platforms?
No, just you
No,
Kelly's
no,
Hero,
no,
I'll
no,
tell
no,
you.
no, no. What platforms is the movie Kelly's Heroes on? Great movie. Amazon and iTunes and Vudu.
Okay, you have to buy it. That's all you have to buy, including Amazon.
Let's see. It's not on Netflix.
Yep. Thank you. Hey,
You know when that movie came out?
that came out in the 60s.
Came out in the 70s.
Close enough.
To be specific, 70.
Yeah, but it was made in the 60s. You're welcome.
I asked when it came out. I didn't ask when it was made.
Yeah,
Learn to
it was,
listen.
It was December 30th.
July 23rd is what it said. 1970.
Yeah, well, it's close. But yeah, I mean, I don't watch a lot of them,
Okay.
but yeah, it's a collection.
At least you don't buy video games anymore.
I think the last video game I bought,
I'm talking about like a hard copy.
the last hard copy I got was like Modern Warfare, like the release that was a
But
couple years
now
ago.
you play on PC.
It's true, but I also wanted the night vision goggles.
Nerd.
Are you telling me those aren't cool?
They're cool.
Okay, that's all I
But
need to say.
don't brag about it. It's cool.
I really wanted them. It's not bragging. I just telling you how big of a nerd I am.
Yes.
I was like, I really wanted them, Papa.
Yeah.
And I'm making big boy money. I want my big boy toys.
You went to Santa Claus that year and said,
No, I
Sat
sat right
on
on
his
his lap,
thick
on
ol'
his
lap.
big boner.
yes.
And I was like, what do I got to do to make this happen? And he goes like, normally this is for children. I'm like,
yeah.
what do I got to do to make this happen?
Yeah. Give it a little bounce.
Yeah. What's that Bow Wow song? Bounce with me? Bounce with me?
Talking about getting canceled. You're talking about fucking St. Nicholas.
Well, to be fair, I was the one.
Jesus.
Oh, man.
We'll figure it out, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't... Dude, the last thing I bought that was expensive was my PC.
Same.
So it's
I
like...
need to get a new graphics card. I know we talked about this.
Yeah, well, I want to get a new gun, so...
Yeah. Ooh, what you thinking?
So I'm thinking about getting a Glock 19.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, right? 9mm.
Now, every time I talk to someone that has a Glock,
Mm-hmm.
they always change shit. Like either the barrel on it or the trigger.
Oh, not changing a thing on
I'm
it.
not going to change it. Well, we'll see after you get it.
Probably.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I don't really make too many modifications on my firearms though. Like my handguns, I haven't. Shotgun, haven't. AR, yeah, of course.
Yeah, you can have that
Yeah.
stock.
I mean, you can. But
Yeah, it's not fun.
well, the fun is the part of the fun for the AR is modding it up, right?
Mhm. Making it your own.
And I definitely want to make it safer than the one Alec Baldwin had.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bad time to make
too
a joke.
soon?
Yeah.
No, not soon enough, dude.
What kind of gun was it, you know?
Dude, that's a good question. Let's find out. Let
Mm-hmm.
me pull that up because he was a huge.
I don't even think the trailer came out yet for that movie.
Oh no. Was that based off the video game?
Rust?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know what it's based off of. Let's see, gun.
Probably a handgun.
Alec Baldwin.
I don't know if they'll say.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
Damn, what a big whoops that was, huh? Imagine just you're working on a big movie, and boom, you're dead.
Let's see. So,
Caliber?
Not really saying anything. It was a 44 caliber.
Magnum?
Let me see.
Probably Magnum.
Legends.
Think they'll leave that scene in?
For sure they won't. I think it's going to trigger
Too many people.
too many people.
That's fair. Don't
Yeah.
want to see anyone get killed, especially
But
accidentally.
sometimes they'll leave stuff in from movies.
Maybe it was a good
I
shot.
mean, didn't they leave the scene in where who was it? Bruce Lee's son, Jason Lee, died.
I think they did leave that scene.
Yeah. So like,
Great scene.
dude, powerful.
scene.
Before you even like knew the dude died from it.
Mm-hmm.
It was so it was a 44 Magnum revolver.
Yeah, I was right.
Okay, so I'm not getting the killer. But like
You wouldn't like a revolver?
I would, but that's not like on my
I'd
wish
get like
list.
a compact one. That'd be cool.
Snub nose.
Yeah, maybe like a 38.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
make a 38 special.
Yeah.
Speed loader. Dude, but so who do you think's at fault for that? I want to get your opinion.
Obviously, the prop guy, the gun
It
guy,
was a woman.
gun girl,
Yep.
prop girl.
So that title's called. I learned this. I'm not judging you, but it's called the Armorer, which is kind of a badass title.
The armorer.
Armorer. Yeah, so they're in charge of all the weapons and movies.
She's to blame.
For sure. You know, her dad is really renowned in the movie industry for being a great armorer, and his daughter dropped the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know how that mistake happens.
Dude, you know that's not the first mistake that went on set. There was 3 misfires before that.
That were guns? Like,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
So the thing is, you hold the armor responsible.
Aren't they supposed to be blanks?
They were. But they were supposed, but I think if anyone's ever holding, like if you're ever making a movie where the guns are involved, you have to be proficient in it. You have to take a safety course, or at least the armor has to give you a safety.
Look at Keanu.
Keanu especially. But perfect trigger discipline. Look at, remember that movie Act of Valor?
Yeah.
They use live rounds in that movie.
Damn.
Because they're all Navy SEALs and they're very proficient with it. Now, I'm not saying everyone who makes a movie with a gun needs to be a Navy SEAL.
And let's just say not all the shots in that were live rounds.
No, but they did use live rounds, you know? Like probably the parts where like...
the tracer with the boat.
Yeah, like
Tracer
they
rounds.
did that because you didn't see it. You would see them shooting.
You just saw them light it up.
Yeah, so it's like, they're fine.
Yeah, but you're talking about someone that uses a gun daily.
But look at, like, let's take example, Keanu Reeves or even Mark Wahlberg, who's not even allowed to hold a gun. When he made Lone Survivor, the gun he used was basically like a paintball gun. Mm-hmm. It did not. It only.
Why can't he hold a gun?
Because Mark Wahlberg's got a felony.
Oh, that's right. He does have a felony.
So he uses like it shoots simulation rounds. It does not an actual gun. Mm-hmm. But he is so dedicated that he is very proficient, and he treats it like it's live.
Well, that's the thing. It's like once you fiddle fuck around with a gun, I mean, that's when it's going to bite you.
You're asking for problems.
They don't make it a requirement to go to these courses.
They should like, or at least have someone there to teach everyone like trigger discipline. Mm-hmm. You don't pull it until you're ready, but even then, that's where I hold the armor responsible. Let's say like there was no misfires or anything, but the armor left a live round in there. That is on the armor.
That is so nuts that happened,
dude. It's bananas.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that Alec Baldwin had to do that because that's got to like hurt your soul a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you don't that unless like it's
think
not
think he'll make another movie.
Oh yeah. I mean it's Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. He's going to be held responsible for it because he's the producer.
Oh, is he?
Oh yes, he is. So he might face. I don't think he'll go to jail because he's got the
lawsuit,
money, but lawsuits for sure. That whole setup is getting lawsuited up.
Yeah.
But I'm a huge fan of trigger discipline. But I saw this video. Speaking of that, right, where it was like Jaden Smith, Will Smith, and like a few other people, and they're looking at all these guns on the table.
Oh, I seen that one.
Yeah, and you see where the dude grabbed it and he's kind of pointing at Will Smith, and Will Smith batted it down, took the gun from the dude, unloaded it, and checked it, and then he put it back, handed it back to the dude, and the dude goes like, "Oh, thanks, Will," and Will Smith goes like, "Poor trigger discipline." I'm like, "Yes, dude."
Yeah, you got to be aware.
Even if I hold like a Nerf gun, I find myself having trigger discipline with it. And it's a Nerf gun. I'm not gonna kill anybody, but you can still get someone in the eye if you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
So,
but that's the whole thing. Is like you got to show respect for it, even if it is a prop gun, even if there's blanks, you still got to treat it like everything's live. I mean, it's one of the questionnaires on the gun.
Well,
on the gun certificate.
it's true. Every gun like it's loaded.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, even a blank can mess you up because you still have the force of the gunpowder going off.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big learning lesson, even if you're a huge gun guy.
Yeah.
Like, one, never assume it's not loaded, and two, trigger discipline.
Yeah.
Because you can't have misfires.
Yeah, it's just nuts to me still,
dude. And as a dad, right? Like, I'm sure you have protection around the house.
Locked up though.
You make sure it's locked up, right? And because if little man got a hold of it, he's not gonna have any discipline.
Put it this way, I treat toddlers. You gotta look at toddlers like a bloodhound. They will find everything.
Well, all they need to see is at one time, and if you tell them no, they're like, now I want that even more.
If you've lost something, you tell them, hey, where's this? They'll find it.
Probably
They already
hit
know.
it. They
Yeah,
hit
exactly. Anything from the waist down, ground level, ground zero, as
it's
I
their
call
territory.
it, it's theirs.
Yeah. Actually, everyone in your house below the doorknob is a klepto. Your cats, your toddler, your wife's short. Is she taller than the doorknob?
Yeah, barely.
Okay.
Barely.
Well, keep an eye on all of them.
It's just, I still can't believe that. It's just nuts.
Shocking. When I saw that, I thought it was a prank. I was like, no.
Well, what kind of prank?
People pull some sick pranks out there, man. Actually, what's the dumbest, or not, I wouldn't say a dumb prank, but what's a prank that you've seen that, like, dude, how's that funny?
I think when it comes to hurting someone, it's not funny.
Like
say you
like,
do,
give me an example.
Like say, okay. Like, say you're standing.
Okay.
Or no, say you're in the car.
Okay.
And I'm walking in front of the car like I'm crossing the street.
Yeah.
And I pretend like I'm stepping over something, and I look back like stepping over it. And then you back up to see if there's anything there.
Yeah.
Harmless.
Yeah.
Harmless
Okay.
pranks.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you're calling that as like a prank that's gone too far.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So harmless pranks, dude.
Okay. Now, what's one that you've seen that was probably meant to be harmless, but was just stupid or ill-advised?
Maybe like, I don't know, like something where like you get steamrolled or something. Like say someone, I don't know, not slams you, but pulls your legs out from you and you fall down.
Gotcha.
Like shit like that. I'm not.
Okay, so one that I've seen that's like kind of funny but relatively harmless is like when like they'll put like the Home Depot buckets, they'll put it over the head, and they'll put another one on their head, and they'll be like, they'll take it off, and then the other guy who they put it on originally will take it off, and they're like, dude,
See, those are pretty harmless.
That's relatively harmless, but like it's kind of gray, right?
Mm-hmm.
But one that I saw that was harmless, but like you could have caught a beating for was I saw this dude, it was a YouTube, and he goes, and let's say he goes like Togo's or something, right? And they'll be like, okay, it's gonna be like $8, and he takes the tip jar and tries to pay with that, and like, whoa, dude, what are you doing? He goes like, oh, like I'm paying for it, and he goes like, no, not with the tip jar. He's like, isn't that what it's for? It's like free money, and they're like, no, he's like, yeah, no, it's to help people who don't have money. And like he just kept taking it, like kept going with it.
See, that's just
and then like, dude,
to me.
people are getting mad. Like, no, dude, you're not taking these tips. This is what I got to pay for.
Yeah.
And then what he did next was, he goes, "Oh, bro, I'm just playing. We're just recording." And like the people are like, you already got him heated. And he's like, "No, dude, like, no, you don't know who you're messing with. Like, this is people's money. They're working a minimum wage job, and they're lucky to maybe take home an extra $10."
Well,
and then, here's the other thing that's kind of messed up. He goes like, "Well, I was going to give you guys like a 20." Dude, you just got me fired up, and I got to split it 25 ways. Like, oh, thanks for the $4. Like, that's going to bite me off. If you're going to do that, hey, I'm going to put $300 in there for you. My bad. But even then, don't carry it too far. Just be like, maybe like for the first 2 days, like, oh, I don't pay for this? No, hey, man, I'm just kidding, dude. This is what I got 20, but I'm paying for it. And like, before people get too far, that's got to know the line.
Well, that's like I watched one YouTube video. You got to also be aware of your surroundings.
Okay.
So this guy was in the hood, and he was going around like cars driving by, and he goes, I think it was either you lost, and they get riled up, and he pull out a map. He goes, no, you lost, but he did it to the wrong guy. They literally rolled down the windows and fired at this guy.
Good.
It's like, dude, you don't do that shit
Yeah.
in certain areas.
Or
you
what-
can't play around like that.
Did you see that video of like the guy? He's coming down, dressed like the murder clown.
Mhm.
He's coming down a tunnel,
Oh, I have seen
and
that.
he's walking, and the dude pulls out a gun on him, and he goes like, "Whoa, just playing, recording." He goes like, "Bro, you don't know who you're messing with." And
Yeah.
like, yeah, you don't know.
That's like the ones, the clowns in the middle of nowhere, like on the road.
Oh, you catch a beating super quick.
You surprised don't get blitzed by a car.
Blitzed by a car, or someone like if you go down the country road
Make a hood
where
ornament.
everyone's got a gun.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, shoot first, ask questions.
It's
Never.
not going to end well.
No. Yeah, I think it's like
See,
it's a fine line.
I've never done pranks like that. I
do-
never recorded.
I would do pranks for me are for like your friends, right? Where like you know where the lines are, but more importantly, it's meant to just be like, it's a stupid moment for you guys, and you create memories from it. But it's not meant to like hurt other people, and you're not trying to get famous off it.
No.
I don't get that because someone happened to make money on it. They're like, oh, we can do it too. And I'm sure you can make some, but
I mean, look what Jackass did.
Jackass stuck with a group of friends.
Yeah, but I'm saying a lot of people imitated.
There's that too, but like
I mean,
I was
Jackass
gonna
love
say
it.
more like
I love the originals.
no, I was thinking Bam, Viva La Bam.
Mhm.
They would do pranks on the parents and stuff.
But they were bored.
They were bored, but the parents were also getting paid.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
said
I mean?
they
So-
were bored.
But no, the parents were getting paid to be on the show and to like have all this stuff happen.
And everything was going to get replaced.
Yeah. So
I mean, there's no such
not
thing
really
as
the
reality
same.
TV.
yeah. What do you think is the last genuine reality TV?
I'm only going to say this because I watched a lot of it.
Okay.
Was the Kitchen Nightmares.
Really? You watched that?
Dude, when baby was born and we were home for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Start watching Kitchen Nightmares.
Huh. Well, didn't see that coming from you, but it's a good
Like
show.
me
I
and
hear.
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah. Wait, you like me a what?
Gordon Ramsay.
Like, what do you like about him?
His honesty.
Okay. Yeah, but that's also kind of like
I know.
okay.
But the cooking wise he can do, and like how he gives back to some of those restaurants.
What I like about Gordon Ramsay is like when he does like people like send him videos
Oh, and he
ranks it.
them.
Yeah. And
that's
so
cool.
like I think that you get like the honest feedback where he's like, oh, that's perfect. Like that looks delicious.
Well,
and
it's like you see him cussing in the show, and you're like, yeah, you tell that son of a bitch.
But they
Clean
also
up that
hype it up.
kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. But he has that attitude. I mean, he's had that since he's been on TV since day one.
I mean, that's what made him famous.
Yeah, keep
that
it.
shock because like there was
Keep it.
the culture of like the cooking shows where it's like Paula Dean like I'm gonna throw me just a dab of butter and here's like 3 bricks or they're fun cooking shows, but he's just like no, cooking is serious, and if you're running a restaurant, you can't just willy-nilly it.
Yeah, you got Bobby Flay. He's pretty good.
Right.
You got I watched a lot.
Well, I mean, especially when you're home all day, you gotta find something.
Well, dude, I mean,
Were you just going crazy at that point?
no, because there's just a lot to do. You get exhausted.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to the parents. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You get exhausted. And then, like, you find something that kind of, like, nothing that gets the baby riled up. Maybe something soothing.
Yep.
Dude.
Well, the thing is, though, is like, are you ever really prepared to be a
Never.
first parent?
Not even financially. You can say, oh, I want to wait till I'm financially prepared.
Never.
Yeah,
ready.
it helps a little bit if you have, like, a plan. But, dude, there's still so much shit you got to buy. Like, the whole bottle cleaner?
Yeah.
Where you use the brush. I was like, why the fuck did someone give us a toilet bowl cleaner? Like, I was like, why?
But what the crazy part is? Someone made money off that idea.
Yeah, well, so the guy that made the pet rock. Still a great idea.
It's true. But but like to think of something that people would need, but they don't know they need.
Oh, yeah.
That's the impressive part, right?
Yeah.
Pet rock is more like the gag gift that just took off.
That separates people, though.
Ooh,
we're getting to time, dude.
Okay, well, put your phone down.
I got-
Stop being disrespectful.
I got dinner
Put your
cooking.
phone.
I got
what?
dinner cooking, Daddy.
What's for dinner?
Stuffed pasta shells. Because
Sounds
I
like-
love you with some cheese on it.
That's a pretty good reason. All right. Well, on that note,
Gordon Ramsay.
we good here?
Shout out.
Ooh, shout out to the great Gordon Ramsay.
But guys, feel free to email us at theknockaroundboys@gmail.com. Like our videos. My brother puts in a lot of hard work. Same with the Instagram.
Gas me up.
Hate the shirt he's wearing, but I still love him. Anything else?
Wow. We're going to come back to this.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't over. Guys, if you appreciate the work that we do, if we ever make you laugh, please like and subscribe.
Share with family, friends.
Well, maybe not family, but definitely with friends. And we'll catch you next time. Peace.
Love you. Do it again.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah, we are.
Do it again.
No, it's already out there. And you know what? You're lucky because dinner's ready.
Uh-huh. You want to keep this in?
We're gonna leave this in because you know why?
Mm-hmm.
We keep it like we fuck. Raw.
Yeah. This is natural.
Oh, I'm leaving that in too. Later.